because I like how this falls.
I like the layered.
Yes, it's like a real princess dress.
Yeah. That is the best cut on the top too. It doesn't show the side arm.
Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't. Like it. Oh
It's
my
like,
gosh.
Riley, that's the one. I know it is.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
Oh, look at you when you spin. Sorry, Jenny. I'm sorry.
That's.
It almost fits. Hey y'all, welcome to this video. So today is a totally different video than I've ever done and will never do again. Thank the Lord, hallelujah, because I'm married, so everything worked out. But with that being said, my wedding dress that I picked out went to alterations that came highly recommended from where I bought it from. Came back looking like not my dress. So it was tragic to say the least. And I got it back about 41 days before I was supposed to be getting married. And I just have never even known a thing like this to ever happen. I don't think people talk about it, or I thought that, oh my goodness, I don't know how anyone could be so careless, but I did document everything that happened because I was like, holy crap, this is crazy. And I always like to tell and update my followers what's going on in my life. And honestly, it was too crazy not to share. So everything I'm showing in this video is from me and what happened to, you know, save someone's reputation. I'm not going to be telling who the alterations people were. Yeah, I just feel like that would be a little unprofessional of me. However, you know, if you are where I live and you are getting a wedding dress, then maybe you can private message me and I can let you know who it was, but I just don't feel like blasting the person that did do it. It was resolved. She refunded me for the alterations. However, she never said sorry or even acknowledged what even happened. But yeah, ultimately the bridal shop where I got the dress from honestly saved the day. She came through. She was the one that ultimately ended up fixing and making everything right. Even though like she didn't have to, she did refer me there, but I mean, she went above and beyond with her customer service, and that was New Beginnings Bridal in Puyallup, Washington. And I just respect her and her way of business, and she's a small business owner, and you know, the way that she handled it was unreal. Like, she went above and beyond for me, so I highly respect her. If you guys are local and you're looking for a wedding dress, I would highly suggest checking that place out, because she literally pulled out all the stops for me, because I was a frantic, crying, hysterical bride. But yeah, and she handled it really well. But I do want to say that throughout this whole experience, I kept grounded and I kept thinking, okay, everything happens for a reason. Yes, I cried. Yes, I was upset, but the normal me would like rage and probably like drive my car through her building. But I didn't do that, and I didn't go to jail because I wanted to get married. So, but I'm only saying that because, you know, crap happens all the time. And I think how we handle it can either make the situation 10 times worse than it has to be, or, you know, if you just handle it with a little bit of grace and a level head, it can make the bad experience not as bad. And I feel because I did that, it ended up working out for the best and actually even better. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm not sure if it's an enjoyable video, but it's more like a OMG video. But know that it did have a happy ending. I'm happily married, and literally it couldn't have worked out for the best. And I really truly think everything happens for a reason. And I definitely believe that it was meant to happen, because you guys are going to find out right now that was not the dress I was supposed to get married in. And I fully 100% believe that with my whole heart, because the dress that I ended up in honestly was my dream dress, but they didn't have it at the time that I did go to that shop, which everything just happened so perfectly. So at the end of the video, I will tell you guys the end result and everything like that. So I hope you enjoy this video, like I already said, or have an OMG, oh my goodness moment. And yeah, if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe and like this video and share it, because maybe someone else is going through this at this moment, and they need some, you know, like you know, not motivation, but you know, like they're just know that they're not alone, because girl, I've been through it too. So, and everything worked out. So I hope and pray that no one else has to go through this. But if you do, girlfriend, I've been there, and just go through this with a positive mindset, and that'll get you a lot farther. Well, let's jump into the video. Hey guys, so people have been wanting an update, and I just love you guys for caring and wanting to know. But yeah, so one side of my dress is literally a foot longer than the other, and I just don't really know how that can happen. Like, how does that even happen? I don't know. I'm getting married in a month and like 11 days. So yeah, like 41 days. So I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do. Hey you guys, so I am vlogging my disaster of a wedding dress. So right now I am literally taking a seam ripper and literally undoing everything that was basically done to my dress. This is every bride's nightmare, but we're making it. I'm like trying to figure it out. So right now I'm just taking a seam ripper and basically undoing all the hemming she did, because my dress completely looks different than, sorry, I don't know where to look, than what it should be. So I am trying to figure this out. So I figured if anyone's been through this before, or maybe you're going through it now, I can try and help in some way. I'm not really sure how, but basically right now I'm just taking a seam ripper. I do have my steamer when working with tulle. Here it is. You have to be really careful to not melt it. So I am, you know, in my mom's basically like spare bedroom, kind of like that. There's crap everywhere. Sorry, but oh, you have clothes on. My mom just got out of the shower. So I'm doing like a vlog. So like after I get married, then I'm probably gonna post this, you know. So yeah, I'm just in her spare room. We, you know, I took it in, and this is basically what happened. I'll probably post photos just so you guys can see what it was supposed to look like and what it looks like right now. So basically I'm literally trying to undo everything that was done, which is crazy. I'm even having to do this, but you know, if you're maybe going through this, then you can offer some help, or just know that you're not alone. And yes, I've cried for 12 hours straight, but you know, crying doesn't fix it, right? So we're making lemon meringue pie out of lemons. That's what I say, because I love pie. So I'm trying to fix it, and I'm gonna insert some pictures, you know, just so you guys can see the disaster of what happened to my dress, and just know if this is going on happening to you right now, that you're not alone, sis. So alright, so just basically took the seam ripper. This makes it look way too formal. I wanted my dress to look like it was boho when I picked it out, right? Like it was completely boho, flowy, you know. I honestly didn't think this is a dress that I would get at all, because literally what I was nervous about happened. But this was like boho, flowy. Again, I'll insert a photo so you guys can see. And then it turned into a complete ball gown. While the dress, you know, may be pretty, it is not what I wanted. I don't like that style on myself. I think it is a beautiful, you know, for somebody else who enjoys that style, but for me, I don't. So to me, this is a total nightmare. Not what I wanted whatsoever. I feel like it looks like it got gutted. I'm not really sure how. So maybe if I undo this, it'll just look kind of unfinished, or, you know, not unfinished, but I don't even know what the word is, but, you know, who knows. So, yeah, I'm taking a seam ripper and literally just taking this out. I only wanted a bustle and for it to be, you know, shortened, like so I could walk without tripping over it. Yeah, and somehow it, you know, looks like a ball gown, and I do not, like, no offense, but I just, on me, I don't like ball gown dresses. They look beautiful on some women, or, you know, a lot of women, but it's just not what I wanted. And while, yes, you know, it still looks okay or whatever, it's just like, you know, not what I wanted whatsoever. So trying to correct this whatever you want to call it. Now I don't know if she stitched this together or not. So, you know, I'll keep you guys updated, but so far I've used the steamer to try to defluff it, and this is what I'm doing next, which is so scary. I'm not a seamstress whatsoever. Don't even know what I'm doing, but it's pretty easy just to find the fabric and rip it out. So, all right, I'll update you guys when I feel there's worthy of an update. But so far, this is all I pulled out of it already. So, yeah. All right, so here is an example of what happened. This was originally attached to the dress. This was detached, and then all my beads and stuff were cut and literally were falling off. It looked like a 2-year-old cut it. Then this part was on my right hip, and I was missing a whole piece of like beading. And so what she did, she cut it while I was wearing it, and then literally just pulled the thread, like the piece over, and then you can see the little loopy hole in it. I'm like, what in the heck? Oh my gosh. So then, as you can see, there's some more elementary cutting. I just don't understand how sloppy that could be. Then right here is the same piece of fabric but unevenly cut. I just don't understand how that can happen. All I wanted was it taken up a little bit, and it completely came back a jagged mess. Here's on my right hip, but facing it will be my left, but you can see the difference on each side. Just one random piece of fabric. This one, obviously one side is like a foot longer than the other. And then here you can see how lopsided I am. Facing the left side is way longer than the right, and you can see that's the original. And then now this is how it looks. So you can see exactly how lopsided the dress is, and then just random fabrics just hanging out like in the front and on the side with its completely lopsidedness. It was just awful. I've never seen anything like it, and it didn't even look like the dress. And then those two pieces that we pulled were the same exact ones on each hip, and you can see the difference in length. It was absolutely unreal. Okay, right now we're trying to get the starch out of the dress. So the starch had made my dress turn into a huge ball gown, which is exactly what I did not want on my dress. So what we're doing is, go ahead, Mom, put the washcloth underneath. What we're doing is I'm taking the steamer, and then I'm literally going like this with a washcloth to try to get that starch out. The starch makes it extremely stiff. Okay. And then my mom takes it and kind of just tries to rub it off to break down that starch, and you can really feel it on your hands as well. So at least we know it's kind of working. I'm really just trying to get out the stiffness of that, what it's done to it. So I don't want it springy like that. I would rather have it lay really, yeah, it's way too springy for my liking. I really want it to be, I just want it to lay really flat. I need more water.
Yeah, it just fits you. Yeah. The whole thing fits so well. Yeah. Like I said, it barely needs to be altered.
Well, yeah.
Well,
They have to order, so they order it, and it takes a long time, I guess.
They have a few in stock, so
Oh,
they
they do?
the size you need
Okay.
first.
Can you measure?
in the back is so pretty.
Yeah, it's so flowy, honey. It's beautiful.
I love this. Are you gonna wear gloves?
What?
Are you gonna wear gloves?
No.
No gloves?
No, because it's gonna be like September, like 12th, so it'll be, I feel like that'll be too warm. Alright, I totally have a filter on, full disclosure, because if I showed you my face right now, you guys would be like, but, anyway, I took the dress back to where I got it, and they were amazing. Literally, Dylan was so stinking helpful. Like, I mean, I literally was like full on bawling my eyes out because my dress looked like not the one I picked out whatsoever. It literally looked like a completely different dress. So, she was so sweet, and thank the Lord for my mom, because my mom is the one that kind of got it back to normal. I mean, we still have to work on it, but the alterations lady came highly recommended, and yeah. Alright guys, I've had like a ton of messages, and I love you guys for being so concerned, but I just wanted to update you on like what happened, because everyone's like, what happened? Oh my god, you guys, girls, I never thought like this would be a nightmare of mine, because this whole process, like getting my dress and all that stuff, was so easy. I was in and out in an hour when I got my dress, like one and done. I was out of there. When I put on, it was a different dress. I was like, this isn't my dress. What the fuck? What the hell did you do to it? Like, it looked like it went through, like, Texas Chainsaw Massacre was my seamstress. Like, I can't even, it's bad. And so, I mean, I'm not even, like, then I guess there's starch in it. So, like, the starch completely changed the texture of it. So then, I can't tell you about it, but it just changes everything, like, in the bad way. So, if you like, girls, if you're getting married and you like your dress, do not have them steam it or whatever the hell. Press it. Don't let them do it. Don't. I didn't even know what it meant, but. So here I am 12 hours later. And I mean, it just depends on your dress. You definitely should ask, like, hey, if I press it and there's starch in it, is it going to change how my dress looks? Like, if you're getting married, ask, because maybe you do want it because your dress requires it. I don't know. But mine, it completely changed. Like, I was like, that ain't my dress. Like, it completely, I even took it back to the place where I got it. And I'm like, I put them next to each other, and I'm like, that's a different dress. That's not my dress. And then it just got, I don't, listen, the place recommended her, and they're like, we never ever had a problem ever. And I'm like, and my mom went through it, and my mom is like a very good seamstress, but she's never done a wedding dress, so she didn't feel comfortable doing it. And my mom went through it, and she was like, what? And I mean, I could show you guys, and you guys would be like, you would puke. You would literally puke. $3,000 dress got chopped. All right, y'all. Woo! Was that a video or was that a video? So what ended up happening is I actually went back to the bridal shop twice. So the first time was right after we picked it up. And she was so, like, the owner of the bridal shop was literally so enthusiastic, and like I'm like crying frantically. I'm like, I hate this dress now, because it wasn't what I wanted. And I felt so silly crying over a dress, because it's just a dress, and there's bigger problems in the world. And so it made me feel really silly, but it's just not what I imagined my husband seeing me in. I definitely did not want a ball gown dress, and that's exactly what it turned out to be. And the material was missing. I'm like, I don't even understand what happened. As you saw from the photos, the dress was completely lopsided. My right hip side was a foot longer than the left. And then even so, like, the part of the underdress you could see in certain spots of the dress, like the front side, the left side. And ultimately it was completely uneven. Even the hem job, as you saw, was elementary at that. I mean, I'm not a seamstress whatsoever, and I honestly feel like I could have sewed better than that. So I'm not exactly sure what happened. The bridal shop told me that this has never happened, that they've had good experiences with this lady that they did refer, but I just find that hard to believe. But like I said, the owner of the shop was completely incredible and very, very gracious to replace my dress with not only a brand new dress, but an even better one that was even more expensive. So I'm very, very grateful for her. And honestly, it was so weird how it happened, because when we were there, I brought it back for the second time. I'm like, listen, my mom and I just kept finding more things wrong with it when we were trying to fix it after we came home from the first time we went there. And I was just like, you know what? I hate this dress. Like, I literally hated it. And I'm like, I don't want to walk down that. And it was so dumb, but I'm just like, I can't. I hate this dress. I started resenting it. I did not like it. So we went back to the bridal shop again, because she asked, like, you know, if there's anything else, please come back in. So I did. And I get really uncomfortable asking for things. Like, if my food's bad, I'll pay for it and tip and leave. Like, I can't. So, she was so gracious, and she was like, well, why don't we try on some dresses and see if we can like replace it, and, you know, we'll just do a flat exchange, and, you know, whatever. And I'm like, okay, like, I'm open to that. You know, at this point, I hated the other dress, so why not, you know? And so what happened was, I actually got, it was incredible. And she offered it, and she was like, I really think this dress was literally made for you. And I really actually think this happened for a reason, because I was not supposed to get this dress in until fall, because it's a fall 2019 dress. And it got there 2 days ago. No one ever had tried it on. It was my size. And literally, she was like, I really think the cut would be absolutely perfect on you. So I tried on 2 dresses, and then I get in that dress, and I was like, oh, like, it was sold, done. I tried on 2 dresses before that, and I was like, this is it. And she goes, girl, this is so crazy, because no one else has ever tried this dress on. I'm not even supposed to get this for another month and a half. And she said that she got it in way early. She doesn't know how. So she was so gracious, and she did a flat. She just exchanged the dress, didn't charge me extra because it was more expensive. And ultimately, that was my dream dress. If you go on my Pinterest, I had dresses all like that. But when I went into the bridal shop the first time, they didn't have anything quite like that dress that made me feel good. If anything, like the other were mermaid, and my shape was lost. Like, it didn't help my shape whatsoever. This one just like hugged my shape perfectly, and then just kind of went down straight. So, and the train was incredible. It is a Martina Liana dress, and style 1111. So lucky, that's actually a good number. So if you believe in law of attraction or any of that spiritual stuff, triple ones or quadruple ones are a great thing. So it means good luck and everything. So I was like, oh, this is perfect. So I hope I said Martina Liana's name right. She's an incredible Australian designer, absolutely amazing. Her dresses are unreal. So and my first dress was hers as well. It just no longer looked like hers. So it was a happy ending. I made sure that I stayed positive, because being negative during that type of a situation would not make the situation better. If anything, it would just make me more angry, and then I probably would have drove my vehicle through the alterations shop, and ultimately ended up in jail. So we didn't want that. So I kept my cool, and I just kept my zen, and I just felt like everything's gonna work out, everything's gonna be fine. I had no idea Darren from New Beginnings was gonna offer me a dress in exchange, let alone a brand new one that's not even out yet. I mean, you know, the Lord works in mysterious ways, and everything does happen for a reason, and it worked out for the best. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you are going through this similar situation, girlfriend, I feel you, been there, but just keep a positive mindset and just do some positive affirmations of this is going to work out. Everything happens for a reason. I'm going to get the dress of my dreams. Just keep saying that in your head over and over and over, and believe it, and put out that positive energy, because that's exactly what I did. And honestly, it was literally, it was perfect. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.
A dream. It's a dream.
My backlighting's not working.
Yes.
It's because
this is your
That's why. Okay. I'll do it from this side.
side. Pretend that it's 1981 again. Yes, I know. Most of you weren't even born yet. I know that. I was there. Sing!